Hi, I'm Jackie at IPC, and today we're going to go over some skills that will help you level up your pickleball game. Today we're going to be talking about how to move our way up through the midcourt, namely what we do and don't want to do when we're in this vulnerable transition zone. This video goes out to Anna, by the way. So what we see here in front of us, I've kind of tried to mark out is that what I call the midcourt, the transition zone. I think it's really important for players to recognize that this is a really vulnerable spot, right? When I'm moving my way up through here, I can't take my big backswing that I would from the baseline, but also I'm not ready for shots like dinks and volleys. I really have to use my judgment when I'm moving up through this area. Also, my feet are really vulnerable. Pickleball's an easy game. I want to hit it at people's feet, and I want to prevent people from hitting it at my feet. And my feet are really open and easily hit when I'm in this area. The number one comment I make for intermediate players or competitive players trying to move up or get better at their game is to really practice good judgment when they're in this transition zone. So the bottom line is, if I'm back here behind the baseline, this is a safe space to hit a hard drive or to hit a low ball or a hard ball, right? But the further I move up, and I'm going to say, once I reach this area right here, I don't want to hit a hard ball because my goal is to get to the kitchen line, to get to the non-volley zone. And if I speed it up here, it's coming back at me faster, right? The harder I hit the ball, the harder it comes back. That's not rocket science. But I don't want the ball to come back at me when I'm in this vulnerable position. I want my next contact with the ball to be at the kitchen line, at the non-volley zone. So whatever you have to do to drill or practice this, sometimes you could just like put a little towel or a bottle of sunscreen at different locations. These aren't set in stone, but they're pretty generally accepted, but you might find that you want to move them around a little bit. I would encourage you when you're playing, or when you're practicing, to mentally or physically tell yourself, I am not allowed to speed the ball up when I am in this area. Because if I speed it up in here, or if I speed it up when my partner is in here, I'm just inviting that ball to come back really fast at me when I'm not in a very good position to handle it, right? Once you move up here and once you get up here, now's a better time to speed the ball up at my opponent. We're closer together. They have less time to adjust to this. If I speed the ball up from there, it's a less effective speed up because they have a lot more time to adjust to it. Obviously, there are exceptions to this rule. If the ball's really high, if the ball's really meaty, if my opponent is really far back. But I would encourage you to do some sort of drill where you practice making good decisions in the transition zone so you're not speeding the ball up from a position of vulnerability so that you're helping yourself regroup or get time to move up to where we want to be, which is the kitchen line.